Alright, here is another little quick review for you guys. Now we are going to go through and talk about how to solve down problems where you've got variables on both sides of the equal sign. On the right hand side of the screen, you guys can see that I've listed out all of the steps that I want you guys to do when you are trying to solve a problem of this type. I'm going to go through and walk this down step by step. And make sure that you guys can just follow along or do this problem first and see if you can't solve it down and then wait. Watch me to solve it down for you. For the first step, it says simplify. That entails, and I have two things listed there, combine like terms and distributive property. So my very first step is going to simplify both sides of the equal sign separately. On the left side, I have a 2x and a 6x that can be combined down. When I combine both of these things down, I am left with an 8x. I still have a plus 3 that's on that left-hand side. And there are no more like terms, and there's no distributive property, so I'm done with the left side. Now I'm going to go through and do the right side. On the right side of the equal sign, I see those parentheses in there. That cues to me that I'm going to have to do some distributive property and take my 3 and multiply it by all the stuff inside the parentheses. So I have 3 times 4x, and that is going to yield a 12x. I have a 3 times a minus 5, which is going to be a minus 15. And then I still have a minus 2x hanging out there. And now I've done my distributive property, but on the right-hand side, I'm not done all the way. I still have to go through on this one, and I have to combine my like terms. I have two x values there. So I'm going to take those two things and combine them down. Now, that's a 12x and a minus 2x, and when I do that, that's going to yield a 10x, and then a minus 15 still on the side. On the other side of the equal sign, I still have my 8x plus 3. So I have both of these quantities, and now I have done everything that I can as far as simplifies. The next step is to move all of my variables to the same side of the equal sign. Well, I have this 8x and this 10x. One of them has to be moved to one side of the equal sign, so I've got all my x's on the same side. I'm going to get rid of this positive 8x from this side, just because it's just a preference. I could move the 10x if I wanted to, but since it's already a positive value, I'm going to subtract it from this side. Anything I do to one side of the equal sign, I have to do to the other side as well. This is going to cancel out. I have my 3 still, and a 10x minus an 8x is a 2x, and a minus 15. So I've gotten my step 2 done. Now I move to step 3. Move everything else to the other side of the equal sign. So I've got all my x's on one side, but I've got to get rid of this minus 15 there. The way that I undo a subtracting of a 15 is I add 15 to both sides. This one's going to cancel out again. A 3 plus a 15 is going to give me an 18 on the left side. And that's just equal to 2x now. And then for my last step, I'm going to solve by undoing PEMDAS. I'm trying to get x by itself. 2 is being multiplied by x. The way I undo multiply is by dividing, so I'm going to divide that side by 2. Since I divided the right side by 2, I divide the entire left side by 2 as well. Those two values will cancel off, and I have x all by itself on one side of the equal sign, so it's solved for. And 18 divided by 2 is 9. Awesome. Thank you.